Very much a deserved victory as well for Lazio. What's wrong with Juve?
What's wrong with Juve is we haven't seen Sarri ball yet. Chiellini was asked this by the Italian media, and he said, wait till January and February. We've been playing a game every 3 days. In our DNA the last 10 years, we've been told, don't concede. That's what we saw as our dramatic victory. That's where we got our excitement, by playing good defense. It was never about the attack. It was never like that under Conte, and it was never like that under Allegri. So to suddenly switch and press higher and allow space in the back and win 4-3, Chiellini said it's not really in their DNA. So they're learning the Sarri system, which is so different than what they've always been taught with the last two managers. And with all the games they've played, they haven't really been able to adapt that style to their play. It's not really the perfect marriage yet. And the rest of the league is also getting better. This is another huge thing. Lazio, Inter, Roma, Napoli and Milan were supposed to, they weren't. But there's more competition at the top of the table, and that's been the biggest difference.
Surely the problem is, though, you say give us time to develop this new system. Fans, we know what fans are like. They're not patient. They're not going to accept it unless they see some sort of improvement. And today, Lazio by far and away the better team.
Absolutely, and they were the better team as well a few weeks ago when they also won 3-1 in the league. It feels like this decade, Serie has almost become an afterthought for Juve, right? They bring in Ronaldo, they give him 35 million euro a year. It's all because of the Champions League. What they do in Serie A for the Scudetto, the fans, it's like they've gotten used to it. It doesn't even really feel like a parade anymore in turn. Everything's about the Champions League. But right now, they're nowhere near the favorites to win the Champions League. And in Serie A, they haven't been that convincing. They haven't been consistent. They have a major problem, which is that midfield, which simply isn't good enough. It's a revolving door. What other top side has all these question marks in their lineup, especially in the midfield where it's so important, and especially for a midfield that Sarri relies upon to play his Sarri ball? There's a lot of things right now that are a bit questionable.
Said it a few weeks ago, or roughly in that time frame. And it might seem a bit harsh, but I think they should get rid of him.
Really, Craig?
Yeah, because I know they're still favourites to win the league, and I say that because Pochettino's out there. Because I think longer term, that's for me a better bet. Now they've been interested in him before, and you talk about marriages, but most marriages don't last particularly long, and I can see this one not lasting particularly long. We can't say, well, not getting used to the Sarri way. They got fed up with Chelsea at one point. Then they scrambled into the top four as others faltered, and they won the Europa League. But I say you've got to be adaptable.
Right.
And if you don't adapt quickly and get the results desired at a club like Juventus, you're toast. You're absolutely finished. And I do think, I honestly believe there is a better fit at Juventus for this squad of players than Maurizio Sarri. Unless you're just saying, oh, we've got to have an Italian coach. If that's the case, then fine.
No, it was more than anything. You bring Sarri in to bring the fun football. That's what Juve fans wanted. They wanted to win, sure, but they also wanted to be entertained. And that's something that we got.
His football was fun at Napoli, but it wasn't fun at Chelsea.
I agree.
It was boring at Chelsea.
It was the perfect situation for Sarri at Napoli with that squad. He was never able to recreate it ever since then. So we're still living on this Sarri image from 3-4 years ago. But with Juve, if you're not winning, but you're also not playing the entertaining brand of football that you were brought in to do, then what exactly is the positive?
Right, but here's the question. Off the back of this result today in the Supercoppa, how much pressure is he under? Or is that just going to be swept away, say, OK, we'll fight on for the league and we're still in the Champions League? Or are the eyes on him?
I don't think the pressure is going to be, because the Supercoppa in the end isn't what's going to define Sarri. It's going to be what he does in the Champions League. If he gets far in the Champions League, if he gets to the semi-final or beyond, and he doesn't win the Scudetto, I don't think that's going to be seen as a failure, because right now Juve, and especially with Cristiano Ronaldo, this down payment of Ronaldo was for the Champions League. That's where they're putting all their chips in. That's the only thing that matters. A 9th or a 10th consecutive Scudetto, it's great, but that's not really why Sarri was brought in, why the team was constructed to play in the Champions League.
But those chips have to be cashed in now, because how long can Cristiano Ronaldo keep doing what he's doing? We saw that great header from him a few days ago. How long can he keep churning out performances and goals like that? Probably, another 12 months, another 18 months?
Craig, as you know, when you get to the final of the Champions League, it's the players like Ronaldo that make the difference, like a Messi, the truly highest world-class players. That's why Ronaldo was there, because Juve, they went to the final twice against Real Madrid, and they weren't good enough. They were missing that piece that the other team had, and that's why they brought in Ronaldo. They could have won the 9 Scudetto without Ronaldo. They did it with far less players. So that's what it's all about, and that's what Sarri is probably going to be measured on.
Where do you stand on Craig's comment to get rid of Sarri?
No, I don't think you can get rid of Sarri. Listen, you bring Maurizio Sarri in with transforming their football with an eye on the Champions League, and ultimately that will be judged. That's where he'll be judged, not on whether their football more resembles what we saw at Napoli or they go away from how we've been used to, but that he turns this team into a Champions League winning team. No, given his history before arriving in Turin, maybe you question that appointment. But once you make it, you've got to stick with it.
Yeah, no, I don't. Sorry, I wasn't saying they will get rid of him. I don't think they will.
No, you're saying they should.
Oh, yeah, I think they should get rid of him and go down, but I don't think they will for a minute.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.